our final student speaker. There he is. Brother Gus Mora Jr. Now his theme is this: why we should not pay attention to false stories.
If we were to open a cash register, we'll find probably 100 bills, and out of those 100 bills, we might find probably 20 counterfeit bills. We might be able to recognize probably a couple or 5. On the other hand, what if we open a complete bank? We might find, again, like 10, but will we be able to find the counterfeit bills? Probably 100, a million. It will be really hard. The same thing happens in the world. Satan has put in the world thousands of false teachings around the world, and it's really hard to find them. I invite you to open your Bibles to 1 Timothy, first chapter, verse 3 and 4. The first letter to Timothy, the first chapter, verse 3 and 4. If you have it, it's like this. Just as I encouraged you to stay in Ephesus when I was about to go my way into Macedonia, so I do now. That you might command certain ones not to teach different doctrine, nor to pay attention to false stories and to genealogies, which end up in nothing, but which furnish questions for research rather than a dispensing of anything by God in connection with faith. We here see how Paul wrote to the congregation regarding false teaching, false stories. Now, false stories in Greek could have meant fiction, myth, or falsehood, which those words usually refer to a religious story with no connection at all to reality. So they were not real. Perhaps he had in mind the apocryphal book of Tobias, which contains superstition, magic, and sorcery absurd tales that they were presented as truth. We know how Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So how was this wrong? Well, rather than helping the brothers in the congregation, they would be wasting a lot of time in pointless research that would lead to nothing. After some time, this research led those brothers to their own spiritual detriment, and they started to believe in those apocryphal books and stopped believing into Jehovah's Word, the Bible. Now, these brothers, as the Bible depicts them, they later became inactive, or as the Bible says, unfruitful, and later drew away from the truth. How does it apply to all of us 20 centuries later? Well, Satan has misguided a lot of false teachings and real teachings. He has misguided a lot of people into believing like holidays, for example, Christmas or Easter, which are supposedly based on the Bible, but they are not. Satan also has misled millions of people around the world into thinking in believing all kinds of worldly and false teachings from the Bible too. For example, immortality, life after death, Trinity, hellfire, and many more. So brothers, let us not be deceived by Satan, the master of deception.